What's up, y'all? Here's your aftermath from Grandview of the Derby Mower. Let's just say it was a little bit better of a run this time, but it didn't end well. Yeah. Started off, I was not feeling good at all the entire day. I really didn't want to go. I really didn't feel like being there. I was really struggling. But I was able to hang in there long enough and have a little fun, I guess. Mower was doing pretty good, but I had some catastrophic failures. Yeah. You could probably I just released a video not too long ago. How did I make this? What is today? Today's Monday. You'll see this Friday. But I've already dropped the video from the GoPro. You'll hear the transmission. Yeah. Let's get right into it. Front end really didn't get hurt much at all. It is bent. The hood, the hood took most of it, did really well. Not too bad. Really didn't take too bad of hits or anything. Like I said, I really wasn't feeling like being out there. So I was kind of just puttering around a little bit and taking it easy. The sides are really starting to take a battering now. There's all kinds of dents and dings and all in it now. So that side's banged up. The back didn't take no hits. This side took a little bit, really not too bad at all. They did a different rule this time, to where you're not allowed to hit in the back. And it's kind of new to me because, it's never really been a big deal. But I don't know what's going on. It's whatever. But as far as structure-wise, the mower held together great. Transmission was a backup transmission. It wasn't the greatest. I'm going to roll this out. The trans is already in bad shape. And, well, as you can tell from the onboard cam, it was whining really bad, and then towards the end it gave out. Well, as I already knew what happened, but for one, my pulley was loose. My set screw came loose a little bit, so it stayed on, but it was loose. But towards the end, you could hear it making noises. Yeah, that's bad. My shifter's all bent because I was fighting it. Let's see. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm fighting gears. Let's see. That's neutral. Here's first. First gear. Absolutely nothing. Ow. There. We'll throw in a higher gear. Nothing. It's trying. But put it back in neutral. Pretty sure the input shaft stripped out. I guarantee it ate the gear. Pretty sure of that because there's some play in this. It ain't a whole lot of play, but it's probably enough to eat that shaft. So it's probably repairable. The case is fine. It just ate the input. I guarantee you that's what the problem was. And towards the end, all I had was first gear that was somewhat grabbing, and I was on the clock. And as soon as I get this thing moving, I was wide open, just trying to give it all it had. And I hurt the motor. I had it wide open for way too long. For those that don't know, it's a 16 horse Vanguard V twin, which is probably why the rear end blew up. But still runs. They don't sound right. yeah, that's only on one cylinder. Towards the end, let me turn my fuel back off. Towards the end, you could hear the motor kind of sound weird. And then it started losing power. And I'm pretty sure I heard it at that point, but I did not care. Pretty sure it's only on one cylinder. I don't know why yet. I haven't pulled the hood off. I really don't care. But I'll get around to pulling this hood off and figuring out what happened. I'll let you know in the next video on what really happened. Yeah, that header got a little hot. Changed colors a little bit. There's a lot of oil down on the frame. This motor leaks oil. But whatever. Didn't really care. I think it either melted the spark plug or dropped the push rod. My bet is probably a push rod. Like I said, I had it wide open for a really long time. Longer than it should have. I'm surprised it didn't completely blow up. I don't think it threw a rod. It's plausible, but I think it may have just dropped a valve, you know, a push rod or something, or a rocker. Whatever. Don't really care because I've got more motors. I do not, however, have any spare transmissions. I am, turn this light on, working on the trans that came out of it. Finally got motivated the other day and started working on it. I cannot figure out where the skip is at. It skips in gear. I'm not sure why. The shift keys look good. Inside the gear engagements, the pause or whatever, look fine. Nothing looks out of place. There's no nothing damaged. I don't know. I might change the shift keys and see what happens because they kind of feel a little weak. But I'll figure that out. Get it back together and it'll be ready. Yeah. 3 years. That's what the grease and oil mix looks like. It definitely leaked a lot of the gear oil out. So I gotta put more gear oil in it. Not a big deal, but everything else looks fine. My locked rear axle is doing well. Everything else looks good. Other than this case here, it's seen better days where it's chipped. You know, it's started to break part of it off. Other than that, everything looks fine. Yeah, the input looks alright. It's got a little bit of wear on it, but not too bad. This transmission didn't make any noises or anything. It just skipped in gear. Especially fifth gear was the problem. So I'll finish going through it, figure it out, get this one back together, and it'll be ready. Worst case scenario, I pull this axle out that's locked, and I throw it in. There's a transmission sitting back here. It's got a broken axle. It's a good trans, just snap the axle off. So I'll swap it into that. I'll figure it out. I'm not that concerned. There's one more show I might try to make this year, but I'm not sure yet because my year's been a waste. My whole season's not been very good, and I don't feel it. I'm over. So yeah, if I make this next show, I make it. If I don't, I don't. It's in a couple of weeks. I don't give me much time, and I really don't feel like messing with it. So that this may have been the last run of the year for me. It's been a really rough year, and yeah, it is what it is. So there you have it. There's your aftermath from Grandview of the mower. Till the next one. Later, y'all.